All right, this video is going to be going over some of the very basic algebraic function rules. So for any two functions f and g where we have real number outputs, we can either add the two functions, take the difference of the two functions, take the product of the two functions, or the quotient of the two functions using these notation relations. Notice the notation here, like f plus g is inside the parentheses, that means to add the outputs of f and g. Same for the subtraction, same for the multiplication, and same for the division. And g of x cannot be equal to 0 because we can't have 0 in the denominator. So let's look at two of these notations and make sure that we know how to find these. So if I see something like this notation with g minus f on the inside of x, then I would suggest rewriting that as the difference of the two functions. And then we can plug in here. So g of x is x squared minus 1, and f of x is x minus 1. Now, especially in subtraction, you want to make sure you put that second function in parentheses so that you distribute the negative, because we need to subtract every term in f of x. So x squared minus 1 minus x plus 1. Here those cancel, and I'm left with x squared minus x as my new function. That's the difference between g and f. If I see this notation, then that means to take g of x over f of x, or x squared minus 1 over x minus 1. And then remember, my denominator can never be 0, so x cannot be equal to 1. Now we need to simplify this. I'm going to do that by factoring the top. It's a difference of squares. And then I have a common factor in the top and the bottom. And so this is equal to x plus 1, except I still have this domain restriction because of my original function here. And they're not the same function. You can see that these are going to create unique functions when we do these types of operations between the two functions.